Yes.
Right? We have to. Here in Atlanta with the Hawks reportedly acquiring Dejounte Murray, bolstering that backcourt, sending Danilo Gallinari and a few first-round picks to San Antonio in exchange. Of course, 3D NBA Twitter is ablaze, but how good could this backcourt be?
I think it'd be very good and very explosive. I think when we watched the playoffs last year, or last couple of years, should we say, Trae Young's been phenomenal. We always said, Ryan, late game situation, we needed someone else to help Trae Young out, to break down the defense, another facilitator, another shot maker when the game is tight. I think Murray's going to be perfect for it. Maybe give too many draft picks, but you're the guru on that. But player for player, I like the move.
That was my next question, but look at what Trae had to say. This just got real. Let's get busy. Ryan, was this what you would have expected to give up for a shot at Dejounte?
Kristen, it was two teams signaling their direction. Both teams were in the play-in a year ago. San Antonio leaned into a rebuild. They may be among the worst teams in the league next year, but Atlanta got a lot better. They got a 25-year-old all-star who's a nightly triple-double threat. I think he's the perfect complement in the backcourt next to Trae Young. He can play with Trae, and then where Atlanta's really struggled the last couple of years is when Trae is off the court. When he's on the bench, we saw that in the playoffs against the Miami Heat. So I love this move for the Hawks, and for San Antonio, it's a bet against the Hawks long term. They have the picks unprotected from 2025 to 2027.
Let's talk long term then, Ryan. Others in Atlanta expected to be available to trade. Let's hone in on John Collins. Where do you think he ends up?
Well, Collins has a lot of suitors around the league. He signed that big deal last year. It was a 5-year, $125 million deal. This year, the fit wasn't great for whatever reason. I don't think the Hawks now send him out for draft picks or young prospects, 3D. I think they're signaling their direction, and their direction is clear. They want to win. They have to win. So we'll see what the markets for Collins bears. Certainly, he's a player that attracts a lot of attention. I think a team like the Phoenix Suns would be interested. We'll talk about DeAndre Ayton later in the show. But Collins can score it. He can rebound it. And clearly, what we saw today from Atlanta is the Hawks are being aggressive.
Very aggressive, Kristen. And it's got to be the right player for me because I think John Collins and Trae have been so well together, the lob threat when he breaks down the defense. So whoever that player is, it has to fit for what they're doing. And to your point, Ryan, if Dejounte Murray's on the court with Trae on the bench, it has to be that third player that makes sense and mesh with both of those guys.